All right, how's it going? My name's Armando. I'm from A Guy with Passion. Thank you for tuning in again. Uh, I didn't really record much at all, so today's just gonna be a daily video. I'm gonna start changing what I call them on my videos because this is the exact reason why I didn't want to call it a daily vlog, because I didn't know if I was gonna be able to truly vlog something of the day to present. But I know that I will be making a daily video that will, I'll still be putting my time and my effort into. So today will be daily episode number 6. Um, oh, let's see. Yesterday I talked about the first 2 things that go into the 4 steps, which I believe is what it takes to move to a different city. That was doing research or, looking for your city that you want to move to. And the next part was applying, which is like applying for jobs and how to get there and how much time to give yourself. Today I'll be talking about steps 3 and 4, which is finding your apartment or apartment hunting, and the actual move itself. And so if you missed my first 2 steps, they will tie into right now. So if you just want to go back one video, it should be relatively short, maybe like a little over 5 minutes. I want to keep this one to under 5 minutes. I'm watching that timer. Fast, informational, and interesting. 3 things. All right. So step 3, applying for an apartment. Uh, the first kind of thing within that is, what can you afford? Are you getting a full-time job that's going to pay you 40 hours a week? Are you going to be getting a part-time job, help you with the bills? Are you going to be doing Uber? Are you going to be doing like Lyft and you're going to be making money through that? Or are you just like solely living off of whatever it is means that you may have? And then be realistic with your budget. If you're only bringing in like $700 a month, I don't know if it would be smart to get a $600 place. Can you live off $100 to eat? Maybe, like noodles or stuff like that. But kind of give yourself room to live. And I would say, kind of depending on the city, how much it costs. I would say big cities, if you want your own apartment, and this is a little bit bigger, but some people, it's something that I went through with my fiance and something that we constantly do ourselves. Getting a 1-bedroom apartment, usually in places that are popular. We lived in Seattle. People, usually end up living in Los Angeles. People end up living in the Bay Area. People end up living in New York City. I would say at least expect $1,800. And that's like maybe even just that for studio at some of these cities, because they are just crazy expensive. Can you afford to bring that in every month? Do you have a reliable way of means of income to keep that steady? If you can only afford like $500 a month, and you can only afford $500 a month, and that's what it is, and you got to look for a room. Maybe you can share a living room. Maybe you got to move in with some other people into an apartment together. A big thing is you're gonna have to provide some proof of income, though. I don't know how you would do that if you are a creative, making money like that. If you have a job career, you will have to provide, paycheck stubs from your last job, or the new kind of official offer letter from your new job saying how much you make and how much you make, so they can do the math of how much you're bringing in and if you can afford the apartment you're applying for. This time around, my fiance was able to get an acceptance letter, or like an official form of an offer letter saying how much she makes, and it was from the place she's going to be working for. Me showed up with like, making $0, which kind of sucks. And the apartment person was able to use our savings to kind of put that in as stuff that we would use as money, and we got the place. You have to provide some kind of way saying that you're bringing in money. And honestly, if I was trying to be a full-time creative, I would honestly get a part-time job. That way you have steady means of income. It's not taking up all your time, and you still got a pretty good amount of time to go out there and do your creative thing and get your content going. But this way, I'm also going to be working full-time. I'm a creative. I like to believe I'm a creative person, and it kind of is in me to keep creating videos and content. So that's why I do this. It's a way of means, or it's an outlet for my creativity within myself. So find something, figure out your real budget, do some research, look at, Craigslist, look at apartments.com, look at Zillow. I think Zillow provides some apartment stuff, renting places. Figure out what your means is and how you're going to fulfill those contracts you sign to get an apartment or something, and then go with that. And I would say, have a goal that's here. You say you can hit it, you can get it, but also have a goal that's kind of a little higher up there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with shooting a little higher. Play in this area here, just because you gotta have a little bit of a dream, you know, and you never know. Sometimes you might luck out, sometimes I don't know, but you know, don't be afraid to mess with that area in there. The next thing is the actual move itself. If you are moving on a budget and if you are moving, you know, one shot, either a plane, some people do that, or if you're taking a bus or whatever. If you're doing it that way, I would say grab everything you think everything you need, cut that in half because you can. You might even have to cut that in half and then live off that for a little bit until you can figure out your way or figure out other means to bring in more stuff. We did it. We pretty much moved an entire apartment, so we rented a small trailer and we pulled it to Seattle. That was I guess, kind of the first time we did it, and it worked out. That was my first time ever pulling a trailer, but I did it pull across 2 states for 12 hours. It was a little stressful. It was indeed a little stressful, but you know, you do what you got to do. It's saving money. It's way less expensive than putting your crap in like a pod and then shipping it over. That's like rich people stuff, and I don't know about that life. This time around, we're going to San Diego. It's a lot closer to our home, so we're just going to do one truck ride, come back for Christmas, do another truck ride, hopefully have everything. But in this way, it is cheaper for us. And again, we will be packing very light, like everything we absolutely need. And because we did this trip in August to October, Europe, I feel like we have a good handle on what we actually need and what we know we can survive off for like a month. You know, then we bring our other stuff and then we'll just have everything. So yeah, so step 3, finding your apartment. Find out what your budget is. What can that get you? If you gotta, you know, find a way to make your budget a little bit bigger, because sometimes these bigger cities require more money. Obviously, require more money, or you're gonna be living in a very small space. And then the actual move, figure out what you need. If you've never really moved, figure out what you need and then cut that in half, and then you'll probably be able to even cut that in half as well. All right, so please, if you find that helpful, leave a thumbs up, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Spread the word if you know somebody who's trying to move or know somebody who wants to move. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching. Love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow's vid, and hopefully I'll have more stuff about my day there. All right, that's me. See you guys later. Have a good night.